here. I don't this time. I don't really trust this anymore because quesadilla, queso style tacos, cheese and no cheese. Um, how many ounces of rice am I gonna put for the order, man? So I let the cats in because it's gonna rain soon, so I'm gonna let them in, let them run around for a little bit, gonna feed them and stuff, and then I can't believe I'm smoking a second joint already. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, bro. I'm doing bad again, bro. Fuck. I just don't feel high anymore, man. Damn, bro. Loud ass motherfucker over here cutting the no grass that we have. We don't even got grass, dude. Paying these people to cut grass, and there's no grass here in this building. I don't get it. What exactly? What are you cutting, bro? Weeds? Motherfuckers got paid like $1,000 to come over here. I'm gonna start a landscaping business, bro. Just look for fucking buildings like this that are stupid and don't have no fucking grass. You see my fucking cream, my fucking dermatitis. Now you can see it clear, that red shit. That's just bad, bro. Hey man, you loud as fuck, bro. Literally fucking cutting like almost no grass, bro. There's nothing there to even fucking cut, bro. Them niggas just got a free payday today, bro, on Labor Day. God bless them. So this shit been bugging. Alright, so where do I put this, bro? So I figured with the lime yogurt sauce, I wanted to try to even use cottage cheese rather than yogurt, but I realized that's a lot of cream, dude. Like I just made tacos for myself. You know, they're sitting there, I'm gonna smoke and then eat, but I used cottage cheese, lime, and a bunch of seasonings. And it tastes so great, but like if I do cottage cheese, it's gonna be way more expensive, man. Cottage cheese is way more expensive than yogurt, so I'm gonna have to go with the yogurt because if a small 2-ounce cup costs me 60 cents of lime and yogurt, then for cottage cheese, the price is gonna be higher, man. So like, I know people are gonna be asking, can I get extra sauce, double that shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course I'm gonna charge like when they ask for it up front. If they say, hey, I want a bunch of sauce, I mean, look, you gotta charge you at least 25 cents of sauce or something, because I'm paying 60 cents. So just to balance out the stuff, you know what I'm saying, to balance out the cost and all that shit, I have no choice but to, you know, I can figure something else with the cottage cheese. Because the cottage cheese, I'm going to use it to blend it with an egg to make the keto tortillas. Because, yeah, it's a lot of stuff I got to think about, bro. But right now, so far, I've priced out the breakfast tacos for the Wagyu and the chicken, the lunch tacos for the Wagyu and the chicken, and the brisket tacos for the, so far, my most expensive so far, the cost out of these 3 proteins, Wagyu, chicken, and brisket, my highest cost is the breakfast for Wagyu because I added eggs. But the thing is, even though I added eggs to the menu for like the breakfast tacos, I cut the protein content as far as the meat. Oh my god, I hate when I like start arguments on Instagram and then like other people start attacking those people too, and they have their own argument, and then it becomes all these sub arguments, and then like, but I still get the notifications, so it's like it's fucking annoying. But these cats play with anything, bro. So the most expensive item out of these 3 proteins is the Wagyu breakfast because it's, and the thing is, all right, for my lunch tacos, it's 3 ounces of meat per taco, 369. So a whole entire order of tacos gets you 9 ounces of protein as far as meat, you know, as far as for lunch. But for breakfast, since I'm adding 1 egg per taco, pretty much by volume, in the breakfast, you know, I'm adding an ingredient. I'm also actually adding 3 ingredients because the lunch ones come with the diced white onions and the cilantro on top for sure. But the thing is, the breakfast ones, no, it's not very. I don't know. It's not very palatable for me to put diced onions and chopped cilantro on a on a breakfast taco. You know, breakfast tacos lean more towards like leaner things as far as like maybe a pico de gallo and a sliced avocado. And that's what I figured because of all the years I've made tacos. I learned that those are the ones that those are the more common toppings for like a breakfast style taco. You got what I mean? So what I'm going to do is for the Wagyu breakfast tacos, it's going to be the meat, the eggs, the cheese, your choice of flour or corn tortilla, the lime yogurt sauce, the lime wedge, half of an avocado sliced up. So it's going to be 1/6 of an avocado per taco. So if it's half is one taco order, the whole, I get 2 breakfast taco orders out of 1 avocado. 1 avocado cost me, I forgot how much. What the fuck was that? Fucking balloons? Happy birthday, Delary, I guess. What the fuck was that? It's fucking YouTube shit. Weird. Anyways, so then I have it all priced out here. I still have like, what, 2 to 3 proteins to go. How many proteins do I have? 5? I have the brisket, the Wagyu, the chicken, the pork belly. That's it, right? I think that's it. I don't do shrimp. I know. Fuck that. That's disgusting. I just don't want to. I honestly wasn't even going to add pork to my menu. But, dude, it's fucking Hialeah. This is like mini Cuban, bro. If I don't have pork on my menu, bro, these fucking Cubans are going to try to shut me down, bro. But you don't have pork? Call the city on this nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? Call ICE too, bro. Call everybody on my ass, nigga. So, I know these Cubans love that disgusting animal. So, I have no choice but to implement that onto my menu due to the demographics. It's just business, bro. Demographics is a fucking huge play in your in the food that you serve, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put a fine dining restaurant in the hood, bro, you're not gonna make money. Bro. You put a McDonald's in the hood, you're gonna shine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about demographics, the culture, everything, bro. Everything matters when it comes to this shit. That's why this shit doesn't happen overnight. But the thing is, if you take the time and you really, 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 really get into the specific details of every little fucking thing in your business, from networking to marketing to learning business, to learning finance, to actually putting in the work. I've already put in the work for years as far as the food. So like I know it'll work. That's not the biggest part about it. The biggest part now is me learning the advertisement, the engagement on social media, reaching people. You know, I don't want to be that guy who fucking puts like papers on everybody's car in the gym parking lot. It's gonna be annoying, dude. I don't want to fucking harass people either. You know, I was always taught not to chase things but to attract them. So if I put my truck out there and I just start like selling things, like people are just gonna see it. It's a big old fucking truck, has a taco on it. They know that the taco's there. So, you know, like now what I got to do is make sure that they are aware of the menu that I'm building, which is like one of them is called, I forgot what it's called. I think the macro, yeah, look, the mega morning macro bowl. I should just call it the morning macro bowl. Yeah, the morning macro bowl. That's better, right? Morning macro bowl has a pound of meat. No one does that, bro. Chipotle gives you like 4 ounces for like $8. Don't be fooled, bro. I know what I'm doing. So, and look at that. I put 3 pasture-raised eggs for that bitch for $22. So, oh, shit. So, look, boom. Right here. Mega morning macro bowl. I'm going to take that mega shit out. So, it's going to be morning macro bowl. A pound of meat. 3 pasture-raised eggs. Cheese, potatoes, rice, beans, pico. Your choice of sliced avo or guac. Lime yogurt sauce. Bro, that's a lot of ingredients for $22, bro. You're getting a pound of meat, a shit ton of fucking protein, a shit ton of carbohydrates. You're getting some veggies in there for hydration. You're getting healthy fats because you're getting 3 pasture-raised eggs and your sliced up avo or guac, and you get the yogurt sauce too, bro. Like, dude, you don't lose with that. There's nothing unhealthy about that. You know, the rice probably, but I'm gonna cook my rice in coconut oil, so it's gonna lower the glycemic index, which is awesome as fuck. So I'm gonna take over fucking Hialeah, dude. It's crazy as fuck. Just knowing the little intricate details that I'm gonna put into this, as far as like targeting like fitness people, it's impossible to lose, bro. People love their health. There's people that don't, and I got menu for them too. You know what I'm saying? So if you care about your health, my menu is gonna be 70% based on that. You know, people wanted to reach their fitness goals. People that want to eat out, but they want to eat fresh food and they want to eat, you know, food made by hand, sauces made by hand, you know, everything cooked right in front of them, you know what I'm saying? So that's what people go to food trucks for, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to try to solve that problem where they don't give you enough food in restaurants for what you're paying. Like, pollo tropical using seed oils. I was eating that for years. Always, I always had a bad stomach, and then eating rice with that, it's not even any better because there's seed oils in the rice. There's seed oils in their marinade. They cook it on the grill and they put what? Fucking seed oils. So like it's fucking. I'm grateful for the fact that like I have the knowledge about all this stuff. So because now the ingredients that my partner would use, my goodness, they were such crap. They were shit. They were bad, terrible. Big fucking tomatoes that were soft and soggy, and motherfucking he would still have them diced up and having like sitting there in the same tomato water with the pico. Like it looks disgusting. It looks bad, bro. Not to mention you can taste when a tomato's bad. You could taste when an onion's bad. You can taste when cilantro's bad. You can, if you really studied this shit and really had the experience to work in these fields, you know that if you're gonna get into it and you're not gonna go cheap, you're not gonna go nasty, you're not gonna fucking have low quality food. That's for people who studied it and they worked in places where standards were 100% necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like if you did not meet the standards, you could not work there. You get what I'm saying? Like you had to take shit serious, and that's why I never lasted many places, because once you work in a place with super high standards and you go to work for a regular ass restaurant where the fucking kitchen manager doesn't even have a degree, what do you expect? They're gonna see you as a threat. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, where'd you come from, buddy? My other cat finally got here. So, I have a regular protein bowl, so that's what's gonna separate the morning macro bowl from the breakfast protein bowl, right? It's going to be 10 ounces of meat. So you're getting 6 ounces of meat less. You got what I'm saying? So like I have to really price these things in there, because I have to price how much that difference in, let me see, the breakfast protein bowl doesn't have rice. It has meat, 2 eggs, cheese, potatoes, pico, olive oil guac, and lime yogurt sauce. And a lime wedge. Serve everything with a lime. It's fucking Mexican food. So, let me see. Should a burrito have rice in it? Should a burrito have rice? The burritos at Chuy's didn't have rice in it. They only had... What, did they? I can't fucking remember. I know it was beans first, protein, cheese. I can't remember now. Shit. Because for my breakfast burrito, I have two pasture-raised eggs, meat, cheese, potatoes, lime yogurt sauce. Tortilla, eggs, meat. I'll put the cheese first. Cheese, meat, potatoes. That's a lot of stuff, right? That's why. Okay, so make sure you serve it with the potatoes on the side. Fuck. These are all things I got to think about, like how the level of comfort that a customer has. Like if I'm gonna buy, I have to picture what it's like to be the customer, right? You have to put yourself in their shoes, because all right, the focal point is easy for me. I can make anything look good on the plate when I serve it to somebody. I can make it look well composed, clean, sharp, everything folded properly, everything garnished properly. The product of the food visually looks good. Tomatoes aren't translucent, onions are nice and crispy, cilantro's picked, no stems. You know what I'm saying? Like small little details as far as focal points. It's always been my strong suit, so I'm good with that. Now I have to picture and put myself in the shoes of the customer, right? So I have to get the burrito and think how I'm gonna layer it. So now I have to like actually implement this physically. I have to go, to the truck, throw a tortilla on there. Am I gonna scramble the eggs and throw them in the middle? Am I gonna like make a little disc and like put it onto the tortilla so I can roll in a bite of egg throughout the whole entire bites of the burrito? You know what I mean? Like that's also very imperative to know too. So the burrito would be the tortilla, the eggs, cheese. Should I put cheese on the eggs? And I'll put on the flat top. I'll throw the tortilla, throw cheese, have the eggs made. Boom, put that on there so the tortilla sticks to the egg. That makes sense. And then meat and potatoes. I'm thinking, do the potatoes go better on the inside of the burrito or the outside of the burrito, like as a side? I have to come up with prices for sides of rice, sides of beans, sides of cheese, sides of meat. Loud. This shit ain't easy, bro. Fuck, man. I wish I can clone myself, bro. I'd be a millionaire like 10 years ago. The breakfast menu. Breakfast menu is the breakfast tacos, breakfast burrito, breakfast protein bowl, and the morning macro bowl. That one's gonna be a hot salad, bro. That shit has meat, eggs, cheese, potatoes, rice, beans, pico, avo guac, lime yogurt sauce. Yeah, because I gotta smell something sweet, bro. Or some my brain tricking me, dude. Like this. Yeah, it's this. Get this away from me. This smells like sweet mocha. Sweet goodness is what it smells like. This guy's just posted, waiting for my ass to just sling him something. Oh, my back, dude. Fuck. My back is killing me, man. I don't know her name. What's that? What is that? Bugging, huh? What the heck is this? How are you on that screen, too? Oh, can you see yourself? What is that? Hello? Hey, look over here. Not over here. Look at the screen. Oh, Googans. She's my favorite. Look at the camera. What do you want? Look at this old man right here. Give me some food. That's the one with the bad breath, man. He's the oldest one. Jesus, bro. How long I've been here talking shit, bro? I even have I gotta rewrite all these pages ripped out because they're so old. They've been abused and shit, man. So it's been a while that I've been pricing this shit already, man. It's been a few months already, man. It's not as easy as it seems. If you really want to get it all down to the specific, smallest, most intricate details possible that you can possibly break down in a food business, then yes. And that's why this is gonna stop eating my shoes, man. I don't mind if you do the chancletas, bro, but the shoes, chill. So what's next? I need my phone. I need both phones. So this phone right here is going to be for the orders. This one for the calculator. Let me go to the web store app. A lot of this stuff is really inconsistent as well. Like so far, Webster store, the one that I'm going to get the grills from and all that stuff, the equipment-based stuff, the ladles, spatulas, Cambros, all that stuff, they seem to have more stock of their stuff than it does with the food vendors. The food vendors, I think, just because obviously they have shelf life, they have to do smaller orders, and then when they run out. But for like a whole 3 days, when I was like going over the order for the GFS, it was literally like, man, there was like out of like 27 items, there was like 15 that weren't available until like September 3rd. And I'm like, damn, dude, like if this is gonna happen, like I'm gonna have to like buy extra stock, maybe freeze it, or vacuum seal it for like super extensive like shelf lives. But that's another variable in this thing too, you know what I'm saying? And when you're dealing with it alone, it's fucking sick, bro. Like it's pretty annoying, man. What is this? Username Tacos Way. So I also need to get another thing I gotta do. So once I get this menu priced out, this is why it's the difficult part, because before I make a menu and pay someone like a designer to make my menu layout, have it, so I can print it out, have it made in bulk. I also have to have all the pages correspondent to like the QR codes that I'm gonna put on there, the emails, phone number, all that stuff. But that's more important for like as far as painting the truck, because that's not on my truck yet. I don't have any QR codes, no phone numbers, emails, or nothing. All I have is the name, the little pictures of the Mexican theme or whatever. And so verify, man, hurry up. So I have to have everything priced out accordingly, so I don't have to change the menu later on. Because let's say if something changes in price with the way the economy is up and down like this, it's so volatile that like at any second, the chicken that I'm paying $85 a case for 40 pounds can go up to like $105 because of the fact that, hey, the economy shifts, everything shifts, everything, and that's, supply and demand. That's what this country's all about. So, what I'm saying? So I have to make sure that my pricing is good to where if like it gets like maybe a 2 to 3% increase due to like, due to inflation or whatever the fuck, I got to make sure that my prices are still comfortable, so I don't have to reprint the menu. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just, a waste of money, time, whatever the fuck. But this is also where you come into play where like you only print out a certain amount of menus. It's raining. Well, you only print out a certain amount of menus, and then when you start getting low, you order more. But at the same time, like it depends on like, you know, like are you just giving out your fucking menus and shit like to people and leaving them in cars everywhere? Like, you know, you have to be smart about that too. And you also have to have like that online little gift card, not a gift card, like it's a business card where you just scan people's phone and it gives them all the information, phone number, email, Instagram, social media, all that shit. So it's pretty dope. I gotta get into that too. There's a lot of steps you gotta take before you get started because I don't want to get started and then start fumbling the business because of the simple fact that, you know, oh, I didn't do this before. You know, I started out. I should have had this ready. So I gotta get the QR code done. It's like $10. You get the QR code done. You get and then I gotta set up how the information for the contact info is gonna look on the truck. I have a whole spot, you know, about 40 something inches, 30 something inches to where like I can wide and about 30 inches low. To add like an email, a QR code, the Instagram page, all that stuff. So I might even make it like, because I was gonna keep it simple and have like 3 QR codes for 3 different things. But you know, like at the same time, if I'm thinking I'm driving and I'm busy and I see a phone number, a number is gonna be easier for me to write down on the phone real quick, and then rather than putting on my camera trying to, you know what I'm saying, do it while I'm moving in a car. So like you also have to have that in mind too. You have to have it to where it's clear and concise, all the writing, all the numbers. So I would have 1 QR code for the Instagram page, and then I would have an email, a phone number, and then a QR code as well. Yeah, so I have to get that freaking set up too. I gotta see how to draw it, picture it. Look up the picture of my fucking truck. You know what I'm saying? So look, we'll see right now. Today's September 1st. Wait. Where's my cart? Boom. So I go to my cart and I can already see like, bro, like, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 items. 15 out of my 27 items are not available, you know, as far as Gordon GFS, which is the food. Look, they don't have none of the tortillas. They don't have my pork belly. They don't even have the brisket. Look at that. I wouldn't see. This is very important to like be ahead of this shit. I'll be on top of it. And then this is why I'm gonna start with Gordon because it's the most convenient one. It's quick. I can pick it up myself. You know what I mean? So like I can see the quality of the food. You know, it's not like I'm ordering it from some people and then they're dropping it off and then hey, it is what it is. Then later you gotta return it, put in the claim for that, take the pictures, waste more time and resources, right? So nobody got time for that right now. I gotta start with Gordon. I gotta use the best products possible. You know, they still have good quality products. They're not completely, you know, 80% of the restaurants that you and I eat at, they get their food from Gordon. So you know, like it's not something that like you can say that it's bad or whatever. You know, it depends. You know, if something's not in season, then it's not in season, and it's not going to be at its optimal stage. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say, I got avocados from them and they were bad. Well, listen, bro, like avocados all come from almost the same damn sources. So you know what I'm saying? So like, it's hard to always get them perfect. You know, that's why avocados are very risky to work with, man. Especially if you're a big restaurant, dude, you get a whole entire order and they're all super, super hard, or they're all half hard, half brown, and you got to return half, and then the only ones left is it. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I worked at plenty of Mexican restaurants, and avocados are very hard to like have perfect. But you know, I'm selling tacos. I have no choice. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta just roll with the punches, dog. I got this, bro. If it ain't difficult, I don't want it. So you know, I gotta fucking keep that in mind too. So like, I would have to like plan. Obviously, I'm not gonna start for a while. I gotta still hook up the solar, get everything, you know, put in place. Damn, we're getting bad fucking breakouts with this fucking dermatitis shit, bro. I gotta make an appointment. This shit ain't working. Anyways, so I have to fucking price all this shit out too. I haven't even like priced out like the cost of the fucking the breakfast burrito. Because the burrito has the 14-inch tortilla, so I'd have to see how much it is on here. Right, I have to actually have that written down right here. So boom, price that way. This is the meats. That means the pricing for the boom right here. Large flour tortillas, 55 cents each. Okay, 55 cents each. So 55 cents. 2 eggs. How much is 2 eggs? The pasture-raised eggs are right here. It's over here. 24 per ounce. Each egg is 2 ounces. So 48 times 2 is $1 for 2 eggs that I pay. So $1. So it's 55 cents, $1. How much meat am I gonna put in the burrito? Fuck. The burrito. I never thought about that. I'm trying to think of how many ounces of meat go in a burrito, like as far as like commercial restaurants. Fuck, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to do that in person too. Fuck. Okay. 24 minutes. Damn, cuz. This is like the longest I've done all these videos. No, I don't got enough for you right now, bro. So far, my grocery haul looks like corn tortillas, flour tortillas, small, flour tortillas, large, shredded cheese, proteins, eggs, avocados, tomatoes, onions for dice, and onion for pickles. So that's red and white. Cilantro, Greek yogurt, full fat, limes, butter lettuce. Oh, dude, I didn't put in the fucking. You know what? I was gonna have these certain items that were keto, right? And then one of them was gonna be I'm gonna have to leave it like that. I don't want to have to substitute. I was gonna switch the lettuce tacos, right? The lettuce wrap. I'm gonna use butter lettuce because it's the firmest, strongest, has the best shape, and has a lot of flavor. As far as that's why I call it butter lettuce. It just tastes all fatty and shit. So I'm gonna have to keep that. Yeah. So I'm gonna have the cheese tortillas, the baked cheese rounds, and then I'm gonna have the fucking damn it, dude. What was it again? I was gonna attack. The fucking the cottage cheese ones. Okay, so that's the 3 keto meals. The cottage cheese ones, the cheese ones, cottage cheese and cheese ones. What's the point? I should just pick one tortilla to be like with cheese, either the cheese ones or the cottage cheese ones. So if the cottage cheese ones don't work out and they're just complicated to make, then I'm just gonna stick to the ones where you throw the flat top, clickety clack, you know what I'm saying, and then just call it a day. Fold them up, fill them up, you good. I still gotta test out the fryers, make sure they're still working optimally. That guy who left them in the food truck for years, he never used them as storage. Fully functional 2 deep fryers, just used it as storage. Like, you're a Mexican truck, dude. You can be using this shit. You can be frying shit, man. You can make flautas, you can make quesadillos, some little skinny taquitos, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people just ain't built for this shit, man. Like me, I've been able to be patient and not start it up because I know I'm gonna perfect this shit first. From the pricing of the menu to the cost of the menu to the grocery lists to the prices per pound and ounce, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I even have the average amount that an avocado comes out to after the pit and after the shell, how much ounces it is, so I can price the sides of guac accordingly. Like, come on, man. Motherfuckers, that way, right when I rip, bam, right when I start off, that's it, bro. Everything's operating the way it should. I don't have to worry about, pricing anything, how much will it cost. If someone says, hey, bro, this person wants a set of guac, boom, this much, bam, keep it moving. Like, it's going to be easier for me to train as well. Employees and stuff, people that want to start off in the food industry, I'll get them with the food truck, boom, show them how to make the taco, teach them how to cook eggs. Because remember, a lot of people don't know how to cook eggs, man. That's like their weakness. Eggs is people's weakness for some reason, bro, and that's like my specialty, to cook eggs. So I always operate on a different frequency. Whatever they tell me that was the hardest to do, bam, watch. I'll make it look easy, bro. Watch this. Crazy. People built different, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm excited. I can't wait to be sweating my ass off in my truck in the shits, making like 10 grand a day. It's gonna be the shit. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm also hungry, so it's 28 minutes. Yeah. So this has taken me months just to price this shit out perfectly, man. So this is the first page. Yeah, that's great. This is the first page of this notebook too. Boom. It was the fucking menu layout. I was gonna switch them. So I gotta sit here and price these things out to see if even $15.99 is a good price for the breakfast burrito. And I gotta decide whether the potatoes go inside or only on the outside. Fuck. It's a lot of stuff, man. A lot of variables in these equations here, bro. I gotta be able to like balance this shit out. And then like in January, I'm fucking supposedly getting hired by some company, that just got here from Canada in January. The beginning of the new year, I already have a job set up like 100%. So like it's, I don't know, man. If I get that shit started, if I get all this stuff done by the time I start working with that company, I can have both operating at the same time. One is funding one business, the other one is keeping me, paying my rent, etc. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't need all this light, dog. Whatever, I gotta cut this shit off anyway. I'll get back to you guys, whoever the fuck you are.